Jim, I'm very grateful to you, to the St. Patrick's Council, and to all the Knights of Columbus, really around the world, around the country. We at Priests for Life are very, very privileged to interact constantly with the Knights, and both at the highest levels and also as I and my associates travel to local communities for events just like this. So thank you, Knights of Columbus, for your service to the faith, to the church, to the priesthood, and to the unborn. And brothers and sisters, an abortionist serving as a witness in a court case some years ago was asked about the baby in the womb, and he objected right away to the use of the word baby. And so the attorney who was questioning said, well, for the purposes of these questions, call it whatever you want. What I want to know is, what do you do to that being in the womb, whatever you want to call it? And as the court proceeding went on, the abortionist decided he would call it literally nothing. And he kept using the word nothing. I remove nothing, I kill nothing, I dispose of nothing, there is nothing there. Well, you and I know better. And you and I speak up for the one who is there. And that's one of the many reasons to have a memorial stone like this on the parish grounds. There are actually a couple of thousand of these memorial stones all around the country on the grounds of parishes. Thank you, Father. Parishes, schools, cemeteries. And at about 45 of those locations, there are actually aborted babies buried. I know that here in the diocese, this past second Saturday of September, a service was held for a day of remembrance that Priests for Life coordinates throughout the nation, that simultaneously at all these grave sites and at many of the other memorial markers, there are services on that second Saturday of September. And it is so that we can remember, so that we can remind ourselves and our fellow citizens that we must recognize these babies as part of our one human family. The one grave site that I spoke at last month at that day of remembrance is in Los Angeles, and in one single grave there are buried, my friends, 16,500 aborted babies. They were discovered in a garbage container in 1982, and they weren't buried until 1985. The reason was that a legal battle ensued, and the abortion advocates in this country not only did not want a religious service for those babies, they didn't even want them buried. They wanted them cremated and thrown in the medical waste garbage. Brothers and sisters, you and I are here today for a good reason. Because there are powerful forces in our society that want us to forget who this baby is. There are powerful forces in our society that want us to ignore them. The presence of this stone reminds us. And it reminds us not only to speak up for those that cannot speak for themselves, but as we mentioned at Mass, to reach out with healing, love, and compassion to all those who have lost a child or a grandchild or a niece or a nephew or a sibling to abortion. Every abortion wounds multiple groups of people. We are the ones who can say to them, come, we are grieving with you, we are mourning with you, and we are turning with you to the Lord of life and the Lord of mercy. So thank you for your witness in this community. Priests for Life stands with you, and together, my friends, we will celebrate the day of victory when our unborn brothers and sisters are protected just like we are. God bless you all.